Okay, and those of you that just joined us, in the chat box, I put the URL for our Wednesday trainings, and this is coming to you from iBusiness Building Bootcamp. You can always go there to see any of our past trainings as well. They're located. If you just go there and you look on past classes, you can see some of the past classes that we did. If you happen to miss any or want to watch the replay, this one will be recorded and posted there as well. So we just have some new people joining us. We have Scott. Hey, Scott is saying hi, ladies. Hello. Not seeing the URL. So if you go into the chat, so the little chat box will blink on your dashboard, and in that box you should see, make sure I did it right, you should see the URL iBusinessBuildingBootcamp.com. Okay. All right. Alicia, are you there? Are you ready to get started?
I am Lorette. I'm just saving the latest version of the PowerPoint for you so you can download that in a minute, just so you're my backup and you've got that. Just shutting down some stuff. Okay, I just want to shut down some stuff. Here we go. Got some stuff running in the background, and we are ready to go. So I hope that you guys are excited. We're excited. We're excited to bring this to you. Lorette and I really love talking about this topic, so we want to have some fun tonight. So we're going to use the chat box quite a bit, so get ready to be interactive and be in that chat box with us. We're also going to record this so that you can grab a copy of the recording as well. So I want to start out by saying welcome. Welcome to today's presentation. This is a presentation that's part of Deal Site Profits, but we're calling this Deal Site List Building because all we're focusing on tonight is how to build a list using Groupon, Living Social, the deal sites, and then for those of you that are not familiar with our program, Deal Site Profits, we're going to teach you how we leverage daily deal sites to do other things as well, and how we're also making money off of daily deal sites. And then at the very end, for those of you that aren't familiar with our program, we'll tell you more about our program, and if you want to continue to work with us, you can. But we're gonna be quick, fast. There's a lot of information to cover here, but it's exciting stuff. So we're gonna go ahead and dig right in and have some fun. If you need anything, we've got Josh and Tina in our team in the chat box, as well as me and Lorette. So we'll be in that chat box and looking forward to you guys posting there. So if you guys are ready for us to dig in, just type ready in that chat box because I'm ready to go. Lorette, your audio sounds good too. You ready to go? And now it looks like I lost Lorette. But all right, I'm going to keep...
Did you say my audio sounds good? I was muted. I am ready to go.
All right, so let's get started. So what are we going to be talking about here? We're going to talk about exactly how to build lists for local businesses and get paid big bucks for doing it. Now, there's a big problem, and here's the problem. And the problem is that in order to build lists and do internet marketing, it can become so overwhelming, right? We're overwhelmed with having to learn all these different techniques, list building techniques, and paid traffic and free traffic, and how to do it ourselves, and PPC and SEO. But with the strategy that we're going to teach you today, you don't need to know how to do any of that stuff. You're not going to need to know how to get in Google, Bing, Yahoo, no PPC, no SEO. If you don't know what that is, better off. You know, we're not going to ask you to build your own customer list and mail your own customer list. We're going to show you how you can build a list by leveraging someone else's. We're not going to tell you that you have to drive traffic to an offer. We're not going to ask you to do any social media marketing, no advertising. You don't need any technical skills. In fact, you're not going to need any experience at all. Because what we're talking about tonight is leverage. What is the best way to get new customers? It's leverage. So why don't we leverage the traffic of others and get instant profits? So this is me and my sister Lorette. That's me in the red and Lorette in the black top. And you heard from Lorette in the beginning, and you're going to hear from her again in just a few minutes. So we have been working together side by side in internet marketing since, I don't know, Lorette, how long? Since 2003 we've been working together. Now, I started off in internet marketing in 2000, in just the year 2000. So January of 2000, I started off in internet marketing. And Lorette, I'm just asking you to mute out. If you can mute out Josh for me, that would be good. So I started off back in the year 2000, and I started off with my ex-husband. And we were making great money in internet marketing. We were doing great, but the relationship wasn't. So there became a time where I had to get out of that relationship. I had to leave everything behind. And then leaving everything behind, that meant I left behind the customer list, the database, the companies, the money, and I had to start all over again. And for those of you that have had to start over in business, you know that it's not easy. In business, in a relationship. Anyway, I had to start over, and I'm telling you my story because it lays the foundation for how we got started in this business. So in starting over, my sister bought me a resort stay at this beautiful resort in Jamaica. So there's just a screenshot of that resort. And so as I was at the resort owners wanted more business. Lorette and I offered to do some internet marketing for them, the traditional stuff, the SEO. They were seeing results, but nothing exciting. And then one day Lorette and I had an idea, and we said, why don't we put this business on a daily deal site? Why don't we put it on Living Social? So we did. We put it on Living Social, and let's talk about the results. The business absolutely loved it, but the customers that bought the deal to go to this resort, they were excited. They bought a really great deal. The business was excited because they got a big, I'm going to tell you how much in a minute, but they got a big check from the deal site 15 days after the deal had ran. And Lorette and I were excited because we looked at the website traffic and we saw that the traffic spiked during the time that we were doing the daily deal. And you'll see this traffic map right here, you'll see that spike in the middle right there, off to the right, and that's the first time we ran the deal. And the spike that's going on again at the end, we ran the deal a second time. So before we talk too much about the traffic the website generated and we get into all the list building stuff, let's talk about the money. So how much money did the resort make? So again, I said we took a resort, we ran them on a daily deal site, and the daily deal site collected the money and then paid the resort their share, which was $22,870. So for a 6-day marketing strategy, this resort, I say resort loosely because they really only had 2 cabins that people could stay in. So it was very, very small. They could really only take 2 families or 2 couples at a time. So it's almost like a bed and breakfast, but be careful with your wording here. They call it a resort. So they pocketed $22,000 over 6 days, which for them was 47 new bookings, and they had never gotten that much money in such a short period of time for the resort. Of course not. It was a great deal for them, and we told them just pay us based on performance. So we made $2,287. So Lorette and I are sitting around thinking for a minute, this strategy worked. It was fun. The business liked it. The buyers liked it. We got paid. It was easy to do. Let's do it again. So we did it again. This time the resort, $38,000, which was 79 new bookings for them. And we made $3,844, 10% of what the resort owner pocketed. They're excited. We're excited. So the first time we did it, it took about 2 hours to put it together, and we made $2,287. The second time, it was just an email saying, the deal we ran, let's run it again, let's put these 2 changes in. So just 10 minutes of an email, email going out, a little bit of emailing back and forth, made close to $4,000. So that's a total of $6,000 off of one really small client the first time we did this. So then I started to think, wow, this is a really great strategy. And I called Greg Caesar, who's our business partner now, and he told us that he has never been able to pull results like that for a client so quickly. So as a local business marketer, he's been working with local businesses since 1997, but he'd never been able to make them $22,000, $38,000 6-day marketing strategy that they didn't have to pay anything up front to run. So he told us to drop everything and focus on this strategy, and we did. Now this is a strategy that we do each and every day. We have deals running live on deal sites right now. For those of you that are here because of the Facebook event, you saw that I posted this morning that one of our deals just went live this morning, and we were really excited about it. So we're doing deals for all sorts of local businesses, online businesses. We've done membership sites, resort shuttle services, restaurants, parties, events, tours, you name it, we've done it, and it's our business. This is the business that we do each and every day now. And what we realized when we did this is that yes, doing the deal brought the business some great income. It helped them to grow their business. In fact, the first 3 businesses that we worked with, they used the money from the daily deal to expand their business. They added on buildings. All 3 of them added on physical structures using the money from the daily deal sites. We also saw that it brought the businesses new buyers, new clients they were really excited about. But the business website had a huge spike in traffic, which was an unexpected benefit. It's not something me and Lorette thought about beforehand. We didn't think about the fact that this would happen, but the traffic spike was amazing. In fact, on the first client we did it with, Lorette calculated a 2,000% spike in traffic. 2,000% spike in traffic. And for those of you who do anything with SEO or drive traffic to clients' websites, you know the power of driving traffic to a client's website and what that can do for SEO. So Lorette and I started to think about the daily deal site trend, and we said, all right, you know, we know that when you're successful in marketing, you don't create a trend, you find a trend, and not just any trend, but you find a growing trend. And so that's what we've done with daily deal sites. They're a growing trend. But first, so I know, how much to explain in this presentation, I want to know if you guys know what a deal site is. If you know what a deal site is, just type in a deal site. Give me an example of a deal site that you know. Type it in that chat box for me. Any deal site that you know, type it in. Let's see if you guys know about a deal site. And if you don't know any, put don't know, so that I also know if there's anybody on that has never heard of a daily deal site before, and I can explain a little better. All right, you guys have got it. A lot of you are typing in daily deal sites. Let me see who was the first. Who's the fastest here? Megan said
yeah, we do. We've got a lot of people that, yeah. Groupon, Living Social, we've got some deal chicken. We have quite a few people also who don't know deal sites. Then we have, like Asha says she loves deal sites, and people, spending some money on them. So we've got a mixed bag here of people that know it, love it, and want to know more.
So let me see, going off of Asha and how much she loves deal sites, how many of you have spent money on deal sites? Give me some numbers. How much have you spent on deal sites, Asha? Right? Some people have probably bought their last vacation on a deal site, or maybe a restaurant. Maybe you spend a few $100s a month on a deal site. So, let's see. Mark says he spent money. Cecilia, a couple hundred. Pamela says $100 many times. D, $100. Dana Lorette says, OMG, too much to count. So we can see that quite a few of you have spent some money, and some big money, too much to count, on daily deal sites. So let me just stop right here and explain what a daily deal site is. A daily deal site is a website that has special offers from local businesses, online businesses, resorts, travels, and what they do is a local business or any business is on this daily deal site with a special offer, and the deal site spends a lot of money growing their list and their traffic, and then what they do, and I'll show you a lot of examples, but what they do is they promote this special offer to their database, and they make money. So people buy the special offer from them, and then they, in essence, buy it from the business. So let's keep moving. I know a lot of you, it seems like a lot of you are familiar with daily deal sites, and I talked to just a few people today who weren't familiar with them, but they joined the list so they could find out more. So Living Social's list has definitely grown today thanks to us and some of the people I was talking to today. So what is a deal site? A lot of you said Groupon, a lot of you said Living Social. There's a bunch of different deal sites out there, but do you know who the dog is in the deal site business? Who is number one? Who's the one with the biggest list and that makes the most money? Okay, Rich said it first. It's Groupon. You're right, Rich. Groupon has over 150 million subscribers. They're growing at millions of subscribers per year, and it's one of the most popular websites in the world. Now, let's see who knows what number 2 is. What's number 2? Who knows? Okay, is that Mark that said it? Number 2 is deal site. The number 2 deal site is Living Social. And this number, I need to update it because I was just reading today that now they have over 70 million subscribers, and they're recognized as one of the fastest growing websites in the world. Wow. And I love Living Social. It's definitely one of our favorites. So again, as we're talking about deal sites and leveraging the power of deal sites, remember, you don't need to generate traffic or use social media. You don't need any advertising or technical skills. And I'm going to show you examples of deals as they're written up, but you don't need to do any of the writing. The deal sites have copywriters. They put your deal together. You don't need to do any SEOs, a marketing plan, and I'm definitely not going to tell you to budget. You don't need to budget for anything. So how do you fit in this business model? So you've got a business and you've got a deal site, and you fit in the middle, connecting the business and the deal site, and you're taking a percentage of the deal for connecting the two. You are a connector, and a connector is someone who brings people or companies together and collects a fee or commission when a deal or agreement between two or more parties is completed. It's like being a real estate agent. A real estate agent has a client, they represent their best interest, but they bring two parties together and they take a percentage for making that deal happen. So when it comes time to put a business on a deal site, right, the deal sites don't charge anything up front. They keep a percentage, so it's all based on performance. Like they keep a percentage of the back end of the monies collected, but they don't charge anything up front. And we don't charge anything up front either. We are based on performance, so we take a percentage on the back end. We'll talk about that further along in the presentation, but this is how it works. You go up to a business and you say, Mr. Business Person, I want to give you more customers and make you a lot more money. And then they say, well, how much is this going to cost me? And you say, it's not going to cost you anything up front. I only make money when you make money. It's all based on performance. And they say, what? Tell me more. Let's definitely dig into this. So again, going back to the trends and the deal site trend, how do you make money in this? Well, to make money, you need to find a growing trend. Like this is one of the real keys to making money in a market. Find a growing trend. And for you, that trend is the deal sites, the deal site trend. And then 2, find a trend that solves a problem. So let me ask you this. Knowing the state of the economy and how everything is all over the world right now, what's the #1 problem that businesses face? So if you were to ask a business, a small business, a restaurant, what's their #1 problem? What are they going to tell you? Type that in the chat box. What are they going to tell you? Veronica says customers. LaShawn says customers. Yes. George says leads. Clients, customers. Looks like everybody's saying the same thing. Clients, customers, and you guys are right. Businesses need more customers, and they don't have the advertising dollars to spend anymore. You know, every penny counts. So the deal site trend really solves that problem. They help businesses by bringing them more customers and more money and more leads and more traffic. All right. What happens during the deal that puts more money in your pocket and in the businesses? I'm going to turn it over to Lorette to take it away for us on this one.
All right. Okay, so you have a deal up and running. So the question that Alicia has up here on the screen, there's something that happens during the deal that people don't really pay attention, especially the business owners. The business owners have no idea how to capitalize on this. So if you remember at the beginning, we talked about when we put one of the resorts that we were working with on the deal site. So you remember that surge of traffic that happened to the site? Alicia, you there? Alicia moving the slides and she quit on me.
Oh, sorry, I was muted. Hang on.
Can you move the slide?
Yep.
All right. So remember the surge of traffic that happened at the beginning. So if you can see the screenshot right here, it shows a surge of traffic that was with the specific resort that we're working with. And you can see this is where we had that 2,000% increase in traffic. I mean, it went from having like nobody going, then the deal ran, and you can see that huge spike. So you can see that huge spike, and then you can see it spiked again because that's the second time that we ran it. So when we first did this, we didn't realize the power of the amount of traffic that was coming there. So we said next time we do this, we're definitely going to take advantage of that. Because remember, we're always thinking as marketers. So what we did is that we thought of two ways to capture all of this traffic that is now coming to the site. The first is the opt-in. So the opt-in is when we're capturing targeted buyer leads. So you all know how important that opt-in is, especially those internet marketers on this call. So the first one is capturing the opt-ins, and the second one is capturing the new buyers. So capturing all the contact details of the buyers. Now, many people think that the deal sites give you all of that information of people that purchased your product or purchased from the deal site, but you'd be surprised that they don't. And we're going to talk about how you can overcome that in the next few slides. So let's start right now with the opt-in. So the opt-in, what we did here is we took advantage of the spike of targeted traffic that's flooding the website for the entire run date. So now you can see, so when a deal is running, the thing that people don't know is that in the opportunity to put the URL of the business in the actual deal. So if you were, for example, going to go get a resort off of the deal, and you're going to click on that because you want to go to the website to check out the resort. You want to see what it looks like. You want to see the pictures. So you're getting traffic coming to that resort. You can see on this screenshot right there is where the link is that people click on and go to the website. So that's targeted traffic right there. And this is archives.com. I don't know if you guys have heard of it, but they run on deal sites quite a lot and do very well. So if you click on that link, the page that it takes you to, they have an opt-in that actually pops up on their screen. And their opt-in right here, you enter in your information, your first name, your last name, and you do a search right there, and you're now in their funnel. So even if you buy the deal or not, they captured your information. So you can see that is how they're growing their list. So with that in mind, we said when we do our next deal, we need to do the same thing. We need to make sure that we're capturing this information and growing the list of the business. So here's an example of a deal that we ran. This is a resort, Sea Star Inn, and it is in Jamaica. And right there you can see in the middle of the description is the link that people can click on to go see the website. So if you clicked on that link, it took you to the website, and this is what the website looks like. On the website there is an opt-in. So actually we set it up with this great plugin, and it gives a 4-second delay, and then this opt-in pops up. With this opt-in, people can enter their name and email to enter to win a 3-night stay at the resort. Now we know people want to come there because that's why they're looking at this page in the first place, because they're interested in going on a vacation to Jamaica. They clicked on it and came to the site. They entered in their information. Okay, so after they entered in their information, you can see here are the results. You can see we had 495 people subscribed to that opt-in. And this resort went from 0. They didn't even know what a list was, an email list was. So they went from 0 to 495 subscribers just from running this deal on the deal site. So if you go to the next screen, you'll see that there was a huge spike in traffic. So you see that huge spike. What do you think happened that day? That's when the deal launched, right? That is when the deal launched. You can see that huge spike in traffic. And then you can see it, kind of slow down. but still, we capitalized on that traffic that came. So with that in mind, how much did it cost for C-Star Inn? This is the resort that ran the deal. How much did it cost for them to build this list of 500 targeted buyer leads? How much did it cost? Let's see if anybody knows. How much did it cost them to run this deal?
Yeah. You should have everybody
there
put
you
it
go.
in the chat box there. Everybody's saying
yeah,
zero. They're right.
Exactly, zero. And if you internet marketers know about buying traffic, traffic can be expensive, especially buying targeted traffic. When you're running these deals and you have this opportunity to grow these lists, just like C-Star Inn, it cost them zero. David says not a penny. Exactly. Now, we did this again with another resort that we were working with. This resort is Little Bay Cabins, and you can see there's a spike in traffic as well. So with that spike right there, you can see it started, you know, it was flat, and then it gave a little bit of spike, a little bit, then a big spike, and then it went down a little. What do you think happened on that day that it had a huge spike? That's the day that they sent out their email blast to everybody announcing that this deal was running. So that was a huge surge to the website as well. So now right here is the results we got from collecting these opt-ins going into the email database. So once again, this business went from zero, this resort had zero, they didn't even know what it meant to collect a list and grow a list. And it went from zero to 1,185 targeted subscribers now on their email list. And for those internet marketers, you know the money is in the list, and you're helping them grow this list absolutely free.
And
now, this next screen, we're going to go ahead.
Just stopping you right there. So if people think about this, they made money, and Jean Luc was saying that, and they made money too. So they built a list and made money. But even if they didn't make any money on the deal, right, how much would you pay to grow your list? People would spend money to grow a list, but this is a completely free way to grow a list. So it cost them nothing to do this, and yes, they made money, but what if they made no sales? I mean, we haven't had a deal that hasn't made any sales, but even if they made no sales but still built a list like this, it would be very powerful. And I know you're going to get into the dollars and why this is so powerful, but I can see that a lot of internet marketers that are in the chat box are getting really excited about this.
And they're getting excited because they know the power of growing a list and what that means and what that can mean to a business, especially a business that never ever had a list. You know, going from no list to having a list of targeted subscribers is a huge deal. And you can see right here, 0 to 1,185 targeted subscribers. And then so now with these subscribers, if you go to this next slide here, you can see we sent out some emails. So now we've got people on our list that are interested in a deal going to Jamaica. So what we do now is that we email this list, right? Because we've got a list of targeted people. We know what they're interested in. So with that in mind, we're sending them reminders about the deal. Okay, so here you can see this first one. It says amazing deal. And you can see we had a 73% open rate. Now, that's exciting. For those of you that have anything that has to do with email marketing, sending out emails, an open rate like that is amazing. Because look at the bottom. It says an average open rate in the travel and leisure industry